Today marks 1 month of me being furloughed from my dream job, and a lot of people have been asking me how the job search has been and what I'm doing these days, and I wanted to come on here with full transparency and let you guys know that I am truly having the most difficult time right now with job search. And I know I'm not the only one who's struggling with this right now, because I posted a video a while back about how I was rejected from a job that I applied and 10 minutes later got a rejection email, and you guys are having the same experience as me. And I know I'm not alone in this, but I had the worst mental breakdown this morning because I just felt truly and utterly defeated with the job market and job search overall. A little bit about me: I work in government, and more specifically international development. And that field completely has vanished because of the new administration. Fuck you guys. So yeah, shit has been hard. I can't find any government related jobs that I would be fit for. And on top of that, all of my government friends who have been laid off, all of my international development peers that have been laid off, they cannot find jobs. And even if we were to find a government related job, that job most definitely will have 500, 1,000 plus applicants gunning for it, because everyone's laid off. Everyone's trying to find a job in government. What I've been doing more recently is that I've been looking for careers that are completely outside of government and international development. That shit has been so hard. It's so hard to even think about. I spent 4 years studying and becoming an expert in my field, only for me to end up not being able to practice what I'm passionate in. And that shit sucks and fucks with your mentality so hard. Worst part of it all is that I don't really have anyone I can lean to when it comes to connections within government or all of these things, because all of my connections are all jobless. They all are not able to find jobs. I am stuck between a rock and a hard place right now, and it truly is just so detrimental to my mental health in general. And I spent this morning literally sobbing my eyes out about how I spent 4 years of my life studying and graduating with a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. And you guys don't know this, but I actually graduated with both my undergrad and master's in 4 years. I did not take any breaks during the summer. I took classes straight up until I graduated with my master's degree. Within those summer breaks, I was taking classes, I had internships lined up, I had everything lined up for my career and had the experiences and have the connections. For that to just come crumbling down, and for me to not be able to find a job even with those experiences and the skills that I've gained, sucks. It sucks so bad. I just had to rant about everything that's been happening right now, because I feel like I'm not the only one who is struggling to find a job right now. The whole country is suffering. I can see that, I can sense that. And if you guys are in the same situation as me, you are not alone. I know we can get through this together. It's a tough period right now, but nonetheless, do not give up. No matter how hard it is these days, something will come up, something will pop up. That's something that I'm telling myself every single day, even though it gets really hard to think that it's true. But yeah, that's all.
So I applied to be a fitness instructor at this gym, and they sent me an email saying, come in at your earliest convenience and meet the team. It's a no reply email, so and they didn't say to schedule a time. They literally just said come in whenever and meet the team. So I came in today, and I walk in, and on my left there's like 2 employers, and I walk towards them because the ones at the front desk were helping other clients. So I walk towards the 2 employers that were on the side, and I say hi. I'm like, I applied to be a fitness instructor, and they asked me to come in at my earliest convenience to say hi to the team. And it's a man and a woman. The woman looks at me like she's mad, and I'm like, I'm sorry, did I disturb something? She's like, no. I'm like, so I explain again why I'm there, and she says, you have to reply to the email. And so I try to explain to her that it's a no reply email, and she's like, open your email, press reply, and say when you'll come here. And I'm like, so I ask her, I'm like, are you mad at me? Did I do something? Did I say something? And she's like, no, just open your email and press the reply button, and then schedule with when you're gonna be here. Again, the email never said to schedule anything. It literally says, come in at your earliest convenience. And it's a no reply email, but she never even let me get a word in. And the whole time she's scowling at me like I did something to her. You cannot be hiring and being a bitch to potential employees. like I am going to, like, I'm no longer interested in the job because she's one of the managers here, and I refuse to work with someone like that. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely the fuck not. No.
I applied to 100 jobs in 5 days, and this is what I learned. A lot of jobs are now asking you to put your salary.
I come to you with horrible news. I wish this was clickbait. I wish this was a joke, but it is in fact true, and it is my life. I was laid off this morning. I was laid off this morning. And you may be asking yourself, oh my God, that timing is really bad considering you just moved into a new apartment and that you were living with your parents and not paying any rent while you were living there. And now you are, and now you don't have a job. And you may also be asking yourself, are you stressed out about it? Yes, I definitely am. And you may also be asking yourself, are you gonna apply to jobs? Like, what are you literally gonna do? Yes, I am applying to jobs at a rapid pace, a pace that's never been done before. So, and I also come to you and I say, if you know of one, if you know of a job, that'd be cool. And I'd do it probably. And I do it so good. Specifically in social media or brand marketing. Brand marketing specialist was my previous title that I no longer hold. And I have a lot of experience in social media management. My DMs have never been more open. So please feel free to shoot me a DM if you have any leads, and I'll definitely apply. Thank you so much for listening to this message. Things were going suspiciously good for me. I will say things were going suspiciously good. And now this is kind of mixing things up a little bit. I was wondering how the plot was going to continue, and this is amazing. On another vein, if you have something and you'd like me to make an ad for it, I'm definitely open to that as well. So let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'm here for that, for sure.
I got laid off today after 10 years at the most amazing company. I didn't think it would happen, but I kind of thought it would happen at some point. I got the email. Your role has been impacted. And today, let me tell you, has been a whirlwind of emotion. And I think that a lot of people, when they get laid off, they're sad, they're angry, it is what it is. To me, this is just another sign that God has always had my back and that there are more blessings coming. And I wasn't going to post this because there's a lot of haters out there I need to put my evil eye on. But I'm just so thankful. So if I've ever worked with you or this comes across your page and you were my client at one point, thank you. Drop in the comments a memory of working with me. And if you know of anyone that's hiring, holler at your girl. I think I'm going to document this journey. Okay, love y'all.
I just got let go from my job as part of organizational shifts and return to office. As you guys know, I have been a remote employee for the past 5 years, really since the beginning of the pandemic. And I'm crying not because I'm sad that I got let go. Obviously, the instability of losing an income always sucks. What sucks most about being let go is somebody taking control out of your hands. I always preach internally and here at home that we have got to be the people in the driving seat of our futures, of our careers. And when a company takes that control out of your hands, it sucks because all of a sudden the plan that you had, the roadmap that you were on board for is gone. Now you've got to start over. And this is why you've always got to have a plan B, a plan C, and most importantly, an emergency fund. I am incredibly upset and frustrated. There have been several shifts in the company in this last couple of months that I just knew the writing was on the wall and I knew my time was coming. But the fact that we have an emergency fund, because ultimately that is what matters at the end of the day, is that we have money to pay our mortgage, to pay for our daycare. We have that as a fallback, and I can take time, maybe a week, to just collect my thoughts and put together a strategy for job hunting. Always be prepared for the unexpected, because ultimately companies will always put themselves first. And as much as you want to believe that you're part of the family, you like the people you work with, it's a business transaction. It's a business contract, and you've got to handle it as such. But please know that you are more than your job. You are more than what you do. Have a plan, have an emergency fund. Do not spend more than you need to. Live below your means. We are in strange times. That isn't beside me losing the job, just general messaging. Protect yourselves, treat yourself as a business, and always be looking for better opportunities, because companies would do the same, and they are.
Best of luck in your search and whatever you endeavor is destined to be next for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, of course. Okay, cool. Well, thank you again for your time this afternoon, and I hope you have a great weekend, Jasmine.
Thank you. You too.
We may be able to integrate you back into your previous role, but this will be contingent on business conditions and, stuff like that. So,
All right.
I'm sorry, Angela.
What about the bereavement time?
You're getting paid on that.
Okay.
That is gonna be taken care of already. So.
Okay. Is there anything else that I need to do on my end then?
Are you considering the sales position, or
I have to
for
talk with
Cutler?
Cutler. I'd have to talk with my husband.
So I can give you up until the end of today to consider. So if you want to touch base with me by 5:30.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Sorry, Angela. I'll be here for you.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Wow. All right, y'all. Hold on. Oh, I look like a hot mess. Hold on. Okay, just so I look a little more composed. So, wow, my glasses are starting to fog up because I was crying. My job just laid me off. I guess what's crazy about this is I just came from bereavement leave. My grandmother had passed away last week. Oh, gosh. Okay. And it was a little rough, but, we got through it. She lived a great life. And then I come back here Monday morning for work, and I get a sudden meeting from my boss, not expecting this at all. And they tell me that due to the recent economic downturns, they're laying me off. In all fairness, I was one of the higher paid HR people on our TA team. And yeah, that's what they chose to do. So now, I got to figure out something else. I'm not making this video to retaliate, because you know what? I thank God for whatever opportunity is coming next. Everything's going to work out. And I'm grateful for the time that I had at this past employer, now past. I'm grateful for a lot of the things I got to learn, a lot of the things I got to do. And I know now that the Lord is working on my behalf. And yeah, as much as it kind of sucks, I'm excited. So for those of you who have gone through this or are presently going through this, I'm here to support you, and
you know, to God be the glory, whatever happens. I'll keep you posted on this journey.
UPS is looking to slash about 20,000 jobs and close dozens of facilities. It's cutting down on the number of Amazon packages it delivers. The company plans to make the job cuts this year. UPS anticipates closing 73 buildings by the end of June and may close even more facilities later. In January, UPS announced a deal with Amazon, its biggest customer, to lower its delivery volume by more than 50% by the second half of next year.
Hiring managers want you to dick ride them as much as possible when they ask questions like, why do you want to work for this company? Y'all expect people to be like, yeah, I've always dreamed of being the Zara operations manager. What the fuck? It's like a humiliation ritual being like, yes, I want this career. I want this company to suck and fuck me. Like, oh my God, this company is everything to me. The main focus of any job interview should be, can you do this job? How can you do this job effectively? What experience do you have in the past? Like, you haven't even worked there before. How the fuck are you supposed to know if you're gonna dedicate 5 years to this fucking company? I don't even know if I like you, bitch. The whole point of an interview is to basically be like, I am the right one for this job and this is why. Why am I talking about the company values? I don't give a fuck. Unless you are literally changing or saving someone's life, it does not matter why you want to work for that specific company. Like, people are literally broke. I saw your job listing. It looks like you need help, bitch.
So day after day, I log on to this app and I see so many college students struggling to get a job. And let me tell you why I think that is. I didn't take the traditional route and finish college before I got into the workforce. I actually got my first full-time job and promotion while in the middle of college. When I got out of high school, I went to a community college and I started to work at like doing work study, did some call center work, but it wasn't until I got to a school where I was working in education where I got to meet people with degrees and like not just a degree, multiple degrees. And they gave me insights on their career paths. My principal at the time, she told me something that stuck with me to this day. She said the reason why a lot of people are not getting jobs and they just got out of college is because employers are prioritizing skill sets and experience over degrees. The reason being is because a degree communicates that you can withstand something, that you can endure something, that you can go through a program and finish. Great. But that does not communicate or guarantee that you have the necessary skills, the work ethic, the organization skills, just the experience overall. And employers want that skill versus experience, because one thing that all these people who I met in that career path who had multiple degrees said, that nothing in school prepares you for the job that you're going to work after you finish school. I've seen so many people who got the degree, but who do not have the work ethic, who don't have the skill set, so they get that job and then they fumble it because they just weren't taught how to handle a proper job. I'm so thankful. At the same time, I wish I did finish because I had like 1 semester left and my funding got cut, which I just got back in school. So I'm really, really happy. I start in the fall. To have the experience and the skill sets and the degree, that's a double whammy. Well, I always like encourage, like if you're in college, do internships, do work studies, so you can have some type of skill set. So when you get out of school, you're just not like, I have a degree, hire me, because that means nothing. Unfortunately, this is wrong. I just want to let you know that this is not okay, because this is the path that millennials and Gen Z were told to take, and that this would secure them a financially stable future. They'd be okay. Their kids will be okay. And that's not what's happening. And that's why there's so much frustration. Let me just emphasize that. This is not okay. Add some razzle dazzle on it to really like piss me off is y'all are sitting up giving people who have master's degrees entry-level jobs with some minimum wage. Like, what is $15 an hour? Like, I wouldn't even accept that. And I don't even have a degree. Like what? And how I've been finessing it is like, I don't have the degree, but I have so many college credits. Like if I wanted to like cash those in and get a degree, if that was able to do so, I would definitely do it. So I've been like spinning it off. Like, unfortunately, the work system takes a little like finessing. You have all these college graduates, all these alumni, and now what? Unless you know someone or a friend of a friend and know networking, which brings up my next point. I only got in my school because of who my mother knew. This world is built on who you know. You can do the, proper way, the traditional way, go to school, get your credentials, and then what? And then what? And I feel so bad. I feel so bad. I also feel lucky that I had the mind to get in the workforce so early. So now that I'm 29 years old, I can, spend my skills how I want to. But it's actually insane.
It's day 31 and being looking for a job. I have 684.11 cents in my checking. My credit card's racking up. And the goal is to secure a job by February 2025. For those that are new, I'm a recent college graduate. I have a master's in computer science. And the job market is cooked. Every day that goes by, I feel like I'm falling behind in life. I went to college. I got my degree. I went back to college to get my master's. I played it safe. Yet, I'm not safe. Like, it doesn't make sense. Comment job market is cooked if you can relate. It's not like I haven't tried. I went to career fairs whilst in college. Spoke to friends. Spoke to family. Even went to networking events to see what I can do. But I'm here. Lost. Sometimes I think about what life would have been if I didn't decide to go to college. Would I have been better off? Probably. Would I change it? No. Because college, you learn so much about yourself. College was where I had my first small. First time looking after myself whilst I was sick. First time truly feeling free. College made me who I am today. I've grown up so much and learnt so much from living halfway across the world. And those experiences I've had are priceless. This is not the first time I felt lost, and I don't think this will be the last. But what I do know, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to move your feet towards it. My portfolio is pretty much that now. Hopefully this is what gets me out of here. Follow to see me make.
Hi. I haven't done one of these in a while for like positivity vibes, so like here we go. I feel like depressed. I am sad. I'm unemployed. I say this all the time when I do these videos. I think I'd be happier when I move to the city and I'm with my friends and I have a job. Like, let's be honest. Will I be happy with a full-time job? Probably not. I would love an income and just to like be a rich Nepo baby and traveling through Asia right now. Like chef's kiss. Anywho, there's my rant. 3 things that made me happy today. First thing, I had my favorite tofu sandwich in the entire world for lunch. Second thing, I saw my dog. Third thing, I saw my little cousin graduate from high school. Like, so cute. Thanks for coming to my rant.
Hi, my name is Melissa, and I have recently been laid off. Like, so many people have in this economy, and like so many people in this economy, I have opened an Etsy shop. I'm coming out here on TikTok to speak to my friends, anybody else who happens to get this on your For You page, to say, hey, would you like to come out and see my stuff? There's not much out there, to be perfectly honest. It's just a few things. I wanted to gauge people's interest and to see or to hear back from people giving me creative criticism, telling me what works, what doesn't work, because I honestly need that. I was at my job for a long time, so I'm still trying to puzzle my way through this new reality that I'm facing. And yeah, the name of the shop is Cat's Eerie, and I'm going to put it up in my bio on my TikTok page. But if you would like to come out and check it out, please do so. And just let me know what you think, and just send me a message, send me a DM. I'm trying to get better at responding to people. Like I said, I don't like talking very much. I'm a very quiet person, and so doing something like this is truly outside of my wheelhouse. But please, again, check out the Etsy shop, send me messages, whatever, hi. But yeah, I will see y'all on the flip side.
I've been trying to wait on a moment to like pull myself together to process what I'm feeling. And I was laid off from my job today. I was I can't say that I was surprised, because we had a few people laid off on yesterday, and I knew in my spirit that it wasn't over. I knew that they weren't done. I was the last person that they laid off. I'm not necessarily crying because, you know, I lost my job, but it's, you know, you build friendships, you build, these people become family, and, you know, it's normal, it's natural to worry about the unknown. And my family's already in a way financially where my husband and I have been doing the best that we can to provide not only their needs, but, you know, their wants. And God has made that possible. And I know that this has to be a God thing. Even if it's not a good thing right now, it has to be a God thing. Because I have nothing else lined up. I have no other prospects. Before yesterday, I wasn't expecting to lose my job. I was making plans for this year concerning my job and my life, and I wasn't expecting to lose my job before yesterday. And I'm like, Lord, I know if my name came up that you have a plan for me and my family. So I don't know what that plan is, but I know my requirement is to stand. Even though I don't know the answers, I don't know what's going to happen, I have to stand. Stand on the word of God. Stand on Romans 8:28. Stand on Jeremiah 29:11. Stand on Philippians 4:13. Also stand on Philippians 4:12. And I have to know that God is still worthy to be praised, even in trouble. This is just a new way of trusting Him, because I don't have a job for the provisions. That's not to say I'm not going to look for something, but I'm putting my trust in God because this is out of my hands. And I don't know what our future is going to look like. I don't know. But what I am sure of is that God won't see us hungry, homeless, or go without. So y'all just pray for me. Pray for my family. And I'll keep y'all posted.
So y'all, I just got laid off today, and I was shocked, but I'm not sad. I'm not sad at all because I actually been praying about what I should do because I have a lot of aspirations and goals. But you know, it's hard to step out there on faith and leave guaranteed consistent money. But here we are. Here we are. I ain't got no choice but to do it. So you know, I'm definitely looking forward to what life has for me. Thankfully I did save a little money, so you know, I'll be good there for a while. And before, you know, hopefully I'll be monetized on TikTok or something. You know, I think at first I was very conflicted because how am I happy and sad at the same time? You know, I mean, I think I'm more so sad about leaving my colleagues than losing my job, but it all works out. You know, sometimes God pushes you and gives you stuff sooner than you expected. And it's so crazy because anybody who knows my aspirations, when I called them and told them I got laid off, they told me congratulations. Because they know that my job has kind of been a hindrance and has been limiting me from pouring 100% into the other things that I want to do and that I'm capable of doing for myself. So, Even though I just got laid off today, I'm finna go have a celebratory dinner with my best friend. Hey, cause good things are coming. I'm claiming it now. Amen. Okay, anyway, y'all have a good day.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline and I was just laid off in a mass Zoom meeting. So if it looks like I'm not okay, it's because I am not okay. One thing about working in tech is that it is not for the weak, and you watch these layoffs happen all the time. And each time you continually tell yourself, it ain't me, thank God. Well, guess what? It was me this time. I am a 30-year-old with 2 master's degrees, an undergraduate degree, all in marketing. And now I am unemployed and continuing to post on TikTok. I knew my company was having struggles. We couldn't push our pipeline down from top of funnel to any close one. So I would say it was a surprise that they were doing a restructuring, but it absolutely was not. What was a surprise is that I was told that I was okay, and I was absolutely blindsided this morning at 11 a.m. with a 10-minute meeting on my calendar where people in the higher executive crew that I've never met before told a group of 15 of us or so, while another group of 15 was meeting with other people, that we were all laid off from the company. This is nothing new. You've seen many of people on this app post about being laid off. So now I'm just joining those masses instead of the other masses that are continuing to work. However, I will have very different things to be thankful for this Thanksgiving season. So my content on here might be a little depressing for a day or so, or it's just gonna be completely manic. I'm not entirely sure. Haven't decided yet. I'm waiting for a phone call from HR to tell me if there is any form of severance package. And you bet your ass I'm gonna fight for one. Probably not, because I'm literally scared of people, and I probably won't, but when I talk to my phone, I act like I'm a hard ass, but I'm not. Yeah. So I'm hashtag open to work, kinda, sorta. Need to update that resume. But I guess I'll have a lot more free time to be posting on here.
It marks 1 month of me being furloughed from my dream job, and a lot of people have been asking me how the job search has been and what I'm doing these days, and I wanted to come on here with full transparency and let you guys know that I am truly having the most difficult time right now with job search. And I know I'm not the only one who's struggling with this right now, because I posted a video a while back about how I was rejected from a job that I applied and 10 minutes later got a rejection email, and you guys are having the same experience as me. And I know I'm not alone in this, but I had the worst mental breakdown this morning because I just felt truly and utterly defeated with the job market and job search overall. A little bit about me: I work in government, and more specifically international development. And that field completely has vanished because of the new administration. Fuck you guys. So yeah, shit has been hard. I can't find any government related jobs that I would be fit for. And on top of that, all of my government friends who have been laid off, all of my international development peers that have been laid off, they cannot find jobs. And even if we were to find a government related job, that job most definitely will have 500, 1,000 plus applicants gunning for it, because everyone's laid off. Everyone's trying to find a job in government. What I've been doing more recently is that I've been looking for careers that are completely outside of government and international development. That shit has been so hard. It's so hard to even think about. I spent 4 years studying and becoming an expert in my field, only for me to end up not being able to practice what I'm passionate in. And that shit sucks and fucks with your mentality so hard. Worst part of it all is that I don't really have anyone I can lean to when it comes to connections within government or all of these things, because all of my connections are all jobless. They all are not able to find jobs. I am stuck between a rock and a hard place right now, and it truly is just so detrimental to my mental health in general. And I spent this morning literally sobbing my eyes out about how I spent 4 years of my life studying and graduating with a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. And you guys don't know this, but I actually graduated with both my undergrad and master's in 4 years. I did not take any breaks during the summer. I took classes straight straight up until I graduated with my master's degree. Within those summer breaks, I was taking classes, I had internships lined up, I had everything lined up for my career and had the experiences and have the connections. For that to just come crumbling down and for me to not be able to find a job even with those experiences and the skills that I gained sucks. It sucks so bad. I just had to rant about everything that's been happening right now because I feel like I'm not the only one who is struggling to find a job right now. The whole country is suffering. I can see that, I can sense that. And if you guys are in the same situation as me, you are not alone. I know we can get through this together. It's a tough period right now, but nonetheless, do not give up. No matter how hard it is these days, something will come up, something will pop up. That's something that I'm telling myself every single day, even though it gets really hard to think that it's true. But yeah, that's all.